Wow, there's three shocking revelations that just happened right now to Hillary Rodham Clinton that if we had an informed public, if the mainstream media did their job and was the fourth branch of the government, held them accountable, this would disqualify the repugnant, smelly piece of trash, the establishment Hillary Rodham Clinton from becoming president of the United States. Of course we don't. These three shocking revelations should be mainstream headline news. They are not, and they're also being censored online. Now, if you remember a few months ago, there was a lot of violent clashes at Donald Trump rallies, and the mainstream media lambasted about how violent and how destructive Donald Trump is.
This has turned out to be a night that may go down in history as one of the darker moments in American major party politics.
They went on and on about how violent Donald Trump would be for America, showing these clashes between protesters and people fighting each other like rabid dogs at rallies. But because of Project Veritas and their undercover reporting, we were able to see how Hillary Clinton's campaign and the DNC were inciting riots at Donald Trump rallies, hiring mentally ill people, hiring homeless people, using them, paying them off to start fights at Donald Trump rallies.
That we pay to do shit. Make no mistake. Over the last 20 years, I have paid off a few homeless guys to do some crazy stuff.
They knowingly hurt people, started violence in order to push a political agenda. They did not give a damn about human life and sanctity, only their political agenda, which was to create violence and chaos. The video right now is trending on YouTube, and I strongly recommend you see it. It will be in the description below. But as this was happening just a few days ago, even Twitter suspended James O'Keefe as he was about to release this video. And to add insult to injury, the mainstream media is of course ignoring this huge major revelations from the inside sources of the Hillary Clinton campaign, engineering violence and hurting people. Now, Wikileaks, that has been releasing John Podesta's, Hillary Clinton's right-hand man's email, just released part 11. When they released part 10 of the emails, thousands of emails who have come out, the Ecuadorian embassy actually cut off the internet access to Julian Assange, who is seeking asylum inside the embassy in London. WikiLeaks is now pointing to the fact that John Kerry just had private meetings with Ecuador where there were negotiations that were taking place on September 26 about Colombia. And according to WikiLeaks, multiple US sources tell us John Kerry asked Ecuador to stop Assange's internet in order to make sure that he would not be able to publicize any further Clinton documents during the FARC peace negotiations. Now, these emails have been extremely damning, and now we are seeing how damning they are because the state is responding with covert options to stop you from knowing exactly who Hillary Clinton is. There's so many of these damn emails, it's impossible. We could do a 12-hour freaking live video session and still not get into all of the corruption, all into just the utter and complete lies that the Hillary Clinton is built upon. But on WeAreChange.org, we are covering all the leaks actively. If you have any sources, any important information, any emails that we did not cover, please email us. The link will be in the description below for our contact information. But one of the emails that stuck out to me that is really damning is the very fact how Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, is cozying up and asking for private meetings with John Podesta, asking him to expand his public policy goals. And of course, to Hillary Clinton cutting deals with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Goldman Sachs, Wall Street banks, and mega corporations all over the world, why wouldn't she with freaking Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, which of course has a bias against Donald Trump? Now, Facebook's Sheryl Sandberg endorsed Hillary Clinton just months after the site was involved in liberal bias controversy. Staffers at Facebook routinely ignored conservative topics like Mitt Romney or the CPAC meeting of conservatives and gave more headway, gave more attention towards positive coverage of Hillary Rodham Clinton. Again, editing the algorithm so people don't see the corruption, so you will not see everything that's happening with Hillary Clinton through Facebook. And it's not only Facebook that's a corrupt social media platform, it's also Reddit that has made it off topic in the politics section to even discuss Hillary Clinton campaign staging violent protest at Donald Trump rallies. Now, on top of all this, the FBI just released over 100 pages relating to the Clinton email investigation. And according to the FBI documents that Jay just released, The Hillary Clinton campaign pressured FBI agents to change the classification on sensitive documents found on Hillary Clinton's private email server in exchange for a quid pro quo. Promptly after the documents released, both the FBI and State Department denied such an arrangement took place. Okay, so how fucking stupid do you think the American public is? You just released a document openly talking about a quid pro quo, and you're saying, no, this never happened. This never happened. What the fuck? You just released a document about it, you dumb motherfuckers. Okay, no respect at all for your intelligence, for your dignity, for the truth. Oh yeah, they also talked about a shadow government that protected Hillary Clinton in the email investigation, which I was called a freaking conspiracy theorist years ago for even saying there's a shadow government that exists, but now there's actually an FBI document. We're going to cover more about that on WeAreChange.org. But there's no surprise here, because with all the emails coming out, we are showing how the State Department pressured the FBI. We are showing how the FBI agents are saying that Comey, the main investigator in this whole scandal, stood in the way of the actual investigation. We're showing how FBI agents are in revolt because they're exposing the massive corruption which let Hillary Clinton get away with actual crimes that she has committed. This is mind-blowing. This should be headline news. James O'Keefe's investigation of Hillary Clinton inciting violence, the Wikileaks Podesta emails, part 11, and the censorship that's happening in Wikileaks, and now the FBI documents. The evidence is damning. There's so much of it, but of course you won't hear it on the mainstream media. You'll hear it here, so share this information with your friends, because if we don't do it, of course, Reddit's going to censor this, Facebook's going to censor this, Twitter's going to censor this, they're going to shadow ban this. They're going to make sure people don't see this. The only way to make sure people see this is by actively sending them this video and other videos, because again, we are facing so much pressure, we are facing so much censorship, we are facing so much just outright odds against this establishment system that the only thing that could stop us is mass numbers, and together we could do this, because together we are change. We also rely on you, on support and funding, because if you go on patreon.com/WeAreChange, you could expand our operations to be more professional, so we could hire more journalists, so we could actually do the job and destroy the mainstream media by doing their job better. It's all about us coming together and doing this together. Subscribe. We're going to have a lot more information coming here your way on youtube.com/WeAreChange. So social planning at its best, with lines down the block for just basic necessities, line down the blocks for public transportation that is insufficient, you know, and then a lot of people talk about the toilet paper, with the government setting up a set price so poor people could afford toilet paper. There's no toilet paper in different stores. We were, you know, obviously we didn't face that same amount of suffering as the average people here do, but we're trying to